started drinking my drink right before I pressed live, and the hole, I make sure the hole is positioned correctly because it was over here in my mouth. It's over here. We got a pumpkin spice latte, just to start the day off right. It's CEO VIP day, which I'm so excited about. I rolled up my window because this is going to be a very unhinged conversation. There's another Jeep. Jeeps always find each other. I have a Jeep if you don't know that. But Jeeps always find each other. We're like lost soulmates or something. But give me hashtag live, hashtag replay. I have so much that I want to talk to you about. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch the VMAs last night. Bedtime duties. Duties. Were very extreme last night. But I have the bestest friend, and she was giving me all the updates, and I felt like I was watching the VMAs, which was very, very kind of her. Sarah, I appreciate you. Sarah sent me a reel of Taylor on stage giving a speech and thanking her boyfriend, and I thought it was the sweetest thing ever. Like, she's so in love, and I have loved Taylor honestly since she just began. Like, I remember her when she began 17 plus years ago. Like, I've been to several of her concerts, and we go back. We made it happen. I feel like I can do anything in life now. Like, when you can make Taylor Swift tickets happen, I feel like I can do anything, which is how I hope everyone in our Fearless Challenge feels, because the energy of us creating what we needed to buy for tickets is just as amazing as making it happen. Like, and so like everyone that's going to be in the Fearless Challenge, that literally the doors are open, it is free. There are other prizes besides the tickets. So if you aren't a Taylor Swift fan, or you just can't go because of the date or travel or anything like that, there are other prizes, and equally everyone that is going to experience the Fearless Challenge is going to win because of the energy of you becoming, and not even becoming, being, because you're already your wealthiest self, but like truly embracing and being your wealthiest self is a vibe. So there's only wealthy vibes allowed up in the Fearless Challenge. There is no whining and complaining. There is no staying stuck. I'm going to make that abundantly clear. Like, you are joining if you are ready. Like, I am going for quality over quantity. Like, I want obviously lots of humans in there, but I want the right humans that are like, I'm ready to manifest everything I've ever wanted, because it's so much closer than you even know and feel, or what you're telling yourself. And a lot of you shared, like, if you could be 10 times more fearless. So many of you shared so many powerful things on one of my posts, and I'm like, so let's go do it. Let's go be 10 times more fearless. You don't have to wait for a certain amount of money to be in your bank account to be 10 times more fearless. You don't have to wait for anyone to give you permission to be 10 times more fearless. So what is in your way? Like, and you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do, but like, we get to be 10 times more fearless, if not more. And you can do it with ease, flow, and fun. And I'm going to like show you how I do it, because I'm really good at it and I love to do it. And it gets to like, you get to have fun and enjoy yourself. Okay. So, if you have not signed up, blow up my DMs with the link, or you can look, it's all over my feed. Okay. But be an action taker. Go find the link. Go sign up. If you can't find the link, ask a friend. Ask me. Like, get your butt in the Fearless Challenge. Again, it is free. You are going to grow so much that, like, think of this as like free coaching. Okay. So many times people are like, I wish I could coach with you. I wish I could coach with you. Look, go binge my podcast. We have literally almost 500 episodes that are, they're so good. Some of them are pulled from some of my retired courses. Like, there is literally millions of dollars on my podcast, and it's very organized for you. You can stop and start. You can put your earbuds in. You could go for a walk. You could clean your house. Like, I try to make it as accessible as I can. And guess what? It takes thousands of dollars a month to produce the podcast, to keep it going, to keep it organized, to provide that for you. And I don't say that to make you feel bad. I say that as like, there are literally so many resources out there that when you go look for them, they're there. Stop allowing money to have you wait. Money will come. You can go find free and affordable things to like keep moving. So like the Taylor Swift tickets, did I find 4 tickets that were floor seats that I really wanted? Yeah, but it was literally twice as much as what we purchased, and I had to make a very educated, aligned CEO decision saying, yes, it would be sexy to buy the floor tickets. That would feel amazing. I would love to do that. However, that doesn't make current financial sense. So let me try a different option, okay? I don't take no for an answer for myself. When it comes to anything that I desire, I'm not willing to take a no from myself. How many times are you saying no to you, your wealthiest self? That was not planned for me to say, so someone needs to hear that. How many times are you telling yourself no? How many times are you starving yourself from all of your desires? Literally, Boone woke up this morning at 1 a.m. Mind you, I got Emma to bed finally because she took like an after school nap. I finally got Emma to bed at like 11 p.m. Boone woke up at 1 a.m. ready to party. Like, he gets this like insomnia. So we went downstairs, we put on Minions because he just refused. And I'm the type of parent where I'm like, I'm not going to force you and I'm not going to have you just scream in your crib. That's just not who I am. That's not my choice. I don't want to be that person. That's just not how I want to parent. And so we went downstairs and we put on Minions, and he was just watching the Minions. And I'm like laying there and I'm like, well, I'm now wide awake. So we hung out a little bit together, and then I finally got him to sleep at 4 a.m. Okay. This is why we did a pumpkin spice latte. And this is why we're going to do our makeup today. And we're just going to put a bunch of shit on my face and no one's going to know. How are they going to know? Only you're going to know. I ordered some more eyeshadow because this is like, literally, I'm like scraping to get eyeshadow out of here. This is how the hot dogs are made, if you ever wanted to know. This will look good in the end, I promise you. It looks a little crazy right now, but we'll fix it. We're hanging out, we're best friends, okay? I don't get out much and I don't have a lot of friends, so like in like real life. So we're friends here, okay? So I finally got him to sleep, and then I was wide awake. So I started my day. I'm like, no better time like the present. I keep saying that I want to wake up early. I feel like the universe is like, hey, you keep saying you want to wake up early. You miss your early mornings. Like, I literally, when Emma was a baby, I woke up consistently, without a doubt, at 4:45. I worked out. I like got my journaling in. Like, I was a maniac on a mission. I look back and I'm like, I don't know how I did that, but I did it. And it, for the most part, it did feel good. Not that working out that early, I feel like I'm too old for that now. Little old me was like, oh, let's work out right in the morning. But I did have a lot of energy, which was nice. So anywho, so I made a cup of coffee. I started to hang out with my money. I started to journal. I brainstormed strategies. And so I say all of this because it's not going to be perfect. We're going to just roll down the window. Okay, I'm rolling down the window. We're just going to like put perfection out there. It doesn't exist. Even if you don't have kids or if your kids are grown, it's not going to be perfect. It's just not. But the cool part is that Messy action is still action at the end of the day. Messy action gets results. Messy action creates progress. Messy action builds trust with yourself. Messy action literally builds confidence in yourself, because you're like, look at me. Like, despite my child having insomnia, like, look at me, and it felt good. This was not forced. It's gotta feel good. You've gotta find the sweet spot of, what do you desire? How can we make it feel good? This is important. It truly, truly is. For longevity, for sustainability, like, you've gotta find a way for it to feel good. Like, it doesn't mean that energy and effort aren't involved, but there's always a way for it to feel good. And sometimes it's literally just choosing that, like, the result is what will feel good. So it's not always like when I run the full marathon in October, which is coming up so fast, there will be moments where I don't know if I can keep going, because that's, like, if you've ever ran long distance, like, you always have that moment. You know that you're going to keep going. So then you just, like, it's so much mind over matter. And so, but what helped me with the half marathon last year was visualizing the finish line and how good it's going to feel to run across that finish line. And there's a video of me, and I will keep it forever, because the pure joy, the pride, the confidence, the happiness is written all over my face. It was really, really challenging during the run, right? This is so much like motherhood. It's so much like business. When you're in the race, there are moments where you want to stop. There are moments of doubt. There's moments of messiness. There's moments where you're going fast and then slow. But keep visualizing that next finish line that you desire, and how good it will feel, and how proud you will be of yourself to cross that finish line. Because the time is going to pass no matter what. So if we give up, then we're never going to cross the finish line, right? Like, I wanted to talk about income claims, because in the mentoring space, this has been a really big trendy thing. I would love to know your opinion. Like, tell me you're real. This is Unhinged, and it's not just me unhinged. Like, you can be unhinged too. Like, tell me your real feelings about the coaching, mentoring, education space when people are saying how much they're making on a day-to-day basis. I have lots of opinions about this, okay? So I'm going to share mine, but I would love to know yours. If you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, that's okay. You don't have to know. But I'm just like, I'm in this world so much, so I see it all the time. You'll see the reels, or you'll see the post time and time again of like, oh my gosh, I was a total beginner and then I made 20 grand, right? So there's a lot of duality that I feel about this, okay? Can it be helpful for people to know that you're legit? It can. Yeah, for sure, because actions speak louder than words. And so if you can say, oh my gosh, I made XYZ, it does get people's attention. It does. It does also build belief for other people that they can do it too. Like, oh my gosh, like, she's just a normal mom, or she's just a college student, or whatever it may be. Okay, we got to brush the brows, ladies. We got to blend. Most of makeup is about blending and just checking. I love to do my makeup in my car because the light is so good. It's so natural. I just need like a full mirror to like pull out. Somebody invent that. So I do see the power in sharing your own testimonial from a financial standpoint. Here's the thing. You've got to be careful, because it can be a slippery slope. I'm putting on my Elle Woods legal hat. There's a lot of legality around income claims, because when somebody, like, even if you're not in the, like my industry, if you're in the health and fitness space, you know, you lost a certain amount of weight, or your client lost a certain amount of weight. Again, it can build belief. Like, testimonials do matter, okay? Don't not do testimonials, but we just want to be mindful of a few things, okay? Understand the rules and regulations. Understand that it can't be the only thing that you're talking about, in my opinion. So there's certain people that I have chosen to unfollow because that's their only strategy. Every reel is look what I made. Every story is look what I made. It's kind of exhausting because if people are buying from you because they want to learn from you, all we know is that you've made a lot of money, right? I don't know your coaching style. I don't know your energy. I don't know your story. Some of them will share some of that, but like, I want to fall in love with your brain. I want to fall in love with your heart, because money comes and goes. And a few people that I have followed, like, they've made a shit ton of money and they're brand new. And they're still trying to figure it out, but they're using those income claims it's clickbait, right? Like, they're grabbing people and people are buying from them. And so there gets to be, my opinion, there gets to be a balance. Like, I have shared what I have made. I am very intentional with sprinkling it in. My philosophy is my actions speak way louder than words. That's true wealth. Like, I don't feel the need to flash a lot of things. There are a lot of things that most people don't know about me that I don't feel the need to scream from the rooftops about when it comes to wealth. I know my shit, and I prove that time and time again in certain trainings and certain programs, and like, I just own it. And I want somebody, if they're gonna buy something from me, I want them to fall in love with my energy. I want them to fall in love with my heart. I want them to fall in love with my brain and be like, if I could just get like 1% of that, I will be a better human. I will be a better business owner. I will speed up my journey more. And so I just urge you to not follow trends, because I have caught myself a few times where I'm like, should I be sharing every single day? Like, what I'm making? Like, is that what's going to get somebody's attention? And in my opinion, I honestly think that would attract somebody I'm not trying to attract. So I could maybe get some quick sales, which would be great, but it's never sales first for me. It's people first. And so we're building a movement that is centered around you making money, but it's so much equal parts about the woman behind the money, building the friendships for her, and equally, like, yes, feeling empowered with her making money in a way that feels good to her. And so I've just had to really like drown out the noise, because honestly, for me to try to do that every single day is not a good use of my time. It's just not. And so I find that I love doing giveaways. The giveaways, as the movement grows, are just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And to me, actions speak louder than words. Like, I don't need to prove myself to anyone. I don't need to constantly keep showing you income claims that I know my shit. I've been working on my craft for 17 years. Like, I know my shit inside and out. I'm always going to be a student. I'm always going to get better. And so if someone needs constant income claims to decide if they want to work with me or not, they're not my human. They're just not. I don't think that is necessary, because when you think about other industries, when you trust a doctor, are you asking to see all their income claims? No, like, you want to like feel safe with them. Like, yeah, you may want to talk to a few other people that have had like a surgery with them, right? You may want to ask them how many years they've been in the industry, right? Like, to me, experience is priceless, right? Like, and so, talking to other people, this is where the testimonials come in. I love testimonials where a woman's like, I've gotten several of these recently where the husband is noticing his wife just feel happier. Like, to me, there's no better testimonial. Like, when someone else notices that you're happier, when you are excited, when like that, like those are the kind of claims I want to make. Like, warning, you're gonna like be a happier human being that is excited about life. And guess what operates close to where excitement and happiness does? Money. My October program, which is now $37. It was $47, but I just decided to make it $37 because that's what feels good to me. So if you're not in the October program, let me know. But like, I'm gonna put you in a time machine, and for 30 days, you're gonna experience all of these wealthy emotions and feelings, and take action. And it's gonna shock yourself. Like, it's gonna shock people around you. It's gonna shock yourself. Like this, I didn't plan on talking about that, but like, to me, those are the things I want to brag about. Like, that I'm a happier human, that people working with me are happier, because the money comes and goes, and it's gonna keep coming. But like, that's where it gets tricky, because when all of these people in this industry are making income claim after income claim, then we start chasing the money. And then you can feel less than if you've been chasing, let's say, $10,000 months and you're not there yet. And then that person keeps making all of these income claims. It can actually do damage. And that's not necessarily the creator's fault, but I do think that there is a responsibility when you have a platform to balance what's the goal of this piece of content, and how can I be the most powerful and impactful for my ideal person, for the greater good, right? And so it's not, there's always going to be people on the internet that take things out of context, or, they don't agree with something, but I do strive to really think through, how can I create the most positive, happy experience through my content that's real and authentic and helpful and encouraging and exciting, because that's truly who I am. And so if you already experience that in my content, then when you come further into my world, you're just going to keep experiencing that. And so the connect, like the connect is really powerful, because you experience it on my content. And then if and when you decide to like come further into our wealthy mama world, then you just keep experiencing it, and it feels really good. And you've already kind of like sampled it in a way, right? So I say all of that for you, because even if you're working with people from afar, how can you maximize your social media to be a platform for good, to help people, to help your ideal person, to create an environment that will be similar to the one that they'll experience behind closed doors? So it's just something to think about. Like, if you're a really funny person, then we want to show that on social media, so that way when they're behind closed doors and they're like, oh my gosh, you're like really funny, they already know that about you, right? Or if you are, you're really nerdy, we want to show that nerdiness on your social media. To me, authentic content never goes out of style. I have been producing authentic content for over a decade on social media, and no matter the algorithms, no matter the trends, no matter the amount of people that I'm exposed to, it's always felt good, and it's always been effective. And not just from a money standpoint. There's people literally from afar that have told me so many powerful things. Like, they left their husband, or they went and got diagnosed with ADHD, or they feel like they can just be an imperfect mom, or they really learned something. And so it can't be just about the money. So that's why the income claims, when that's somebody's only strategy, we get to be more than that. Like, have some substance, right? Like, I really want somebody to know me before they buy from me. And so my content is a part of that. And I'm going to evolve. And that has been, I have evolved and I'm going to keep evolving. And so I gave everyone in my Wealthy Mama world a heads up because I'm feeling some massive energy upgrades. And then last night I said, what I heard to myself was, you're feeling a lot of energy upgrades, but you've got to upgrade everyone around you, like including people that are buying from me. Like, you've got to call them forward too. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so true. Like, I can't just do an upgrade and then not bring everyone with me. That's not who I am. And so I love intuition because that literally just like landed on me last night. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so true. Like, because if I don't bring you with me, if I don't invite you, because it's all about consent. If I don't invite you to upgrade with me in your own way, then there's going to be some friction. There's going to be some disconnect. Even people on my social media, this may not be their flavor, and so they're going to exit out, and that's okay. When you create content that feels good to you, you get to trust that the people that are meant to connect with it will. And at the end of the day, what I always say to myself is, I'm stuck with myself for the rest of my life. Like, no matter who comes and goes, I'm stuck with me. So I kind of have to like myself. I kind of have to feel good in my skin. And then trust and believe that the right people will come, in and out of my life, right? Not everyone's meant forever. People will come in and out when they need to, when it feels good to them, right? It's so much like we get to release control from who comes and goes. There's so much I could talk about with that specifically, which we'll just do that another day. But again, I would love to know your thoughts on income claims, and what you feel about them. I think that there's definitely a balance. There's a time and a place. In a lot of my trainings, I share a lot of those intimate wealth details. That's where I feel comfortable sharing them. I don't feel the need to boast all over social media. To me, most wealth is not like, you're not screaming from the rooftops about it. You don't feel the need to. But in a lot of my trainings, I do open up a ton. Oh gosh, did you just see what happened? I like poked my eye. So like, remind yourself about confidence. Confidence is the same thing. You don't have to constantly say that you're feeling hot, or you don't have to constantly say that you feel, what's another one? Powerful. Those things can be beneficial, but a lot of times just show people, right? Just show people the baby is now waking up. He has something to say about it. I did promise him that we would go on a walk. So I just want you to really think about your content right now and how you could show more authentically you. Like, imagine if it was just like your closest people. What would you say? What would you do? Like, what are you excited about? Are you funny? Are you nerdy? Are you analytical? Are you like, do you have a dry sense of humor? Are you silly? Like, you don't have to be anyone that you're not, but you get to be authentically, fearlessly you, okay? So I have lots more that I want to unhinge on, but I will go be mom, and we will do another unhinge very soon, okay? I love you. You're amazing. I have a 2-hour CEO VIP day today, from noon to 2. It's $22. It is live, and that's Eastern Standard Time. If you want in, we're going to be talking about some really good stuff. If you want to watch the replay, you can totally have access to that. So just let me know. DM the number 22 or DM or comment below the number 22. Okay, love you.